There's mixed emotion going on here. You have people who want the armed forces to come in because, of course, they're going to be saving lives, and that's very important. On the other hand, to those people here who have been brandishing weapons, who've been developing an economy for themselves because of journalists who are, descended on the area, they are the people who don't want to lose that kind of money. So there's really mixed emotion going on here.
Interesting clarification of the point you made with Joan, that actually when they stop being the only protection force that is there, some of those locals will lose a good bit of money. Hopefulness about the American troops, but tempered by that. Denise Richardson, thank you, and again, our thanks to Bill Taylor.
That's 141's the big American hardware, and it's a place that, as I understand it, the Air Force really wants. The difficulty is this. We talked to the security force there who said, well, we protected the field. We have 150 troops. I said, you have anti-aircraft weapons, because we had seen some on the road the day before. They said, yes, we positioned them around the field. So I said, well, what are you going to do when the Marines come? They said, well, we have been instructed to welcome them. And I asked them the critical question, what will you do with your guns? All I got were smiles. So it's going to be really tough to figure out exactly what is going to happen. It's a very sticky issue. This whole country is an armed camp. Are they going to give up those arms? Will they give up their livelihood? I think it's a little unlikely.
All right, Bob Arnott and Mogadishu Live. Thanks again.
Back in this country, military units are preparing for deployment in Somalia. One of the key units is based at Fort Drum, New York, where Giselle Fernandez is standing by this morning. Good morning, Giselle.
Good morning, Paula. Pentagon sources tell CBS News that the soldiers here at Fort Drum won't be deployed before the weekend. Now, military officials on base won't confirm an actual target date. What they do say is that when the ports and airfields in Somalia are secured, they'll be ready to go. In the blustery cold of upstate New York, the Army's 10th Mountain Division prepares for imminent deployment. Soldiers specially trained in urban warfare will soon be called out from sub-freezing temperatures and into Somalia's hot desert sands.
Thank you.
Last-minute processing continues. As many as 10,000 in the light infantry unit are being equipped for duty. Disease is the biggest concern. GIs are getting a litany of shots. They're also signing wills and squaring away finances.
We need help here too, but I think it's a good cause.
Probably should have been done a long time ago.
The timing is bittersweet, especially for families left behind. So until the deployment, soldiers are celebrating Christmas as long as they can. The 10th Mountain Division just returned from Homestead, Florida. It was one of the largest contingents to respond to Hurricane Andrew. Many here now say that Somalia is another chance to promote the fast-changing image of the U.S. Army and military as a humanitarian force as well as combat. Paula?
Thank you. Giselle Fernandez reporting for us this morning from Fort Drum, New York. 25 minutes before the hour, time to check in with Mark McEwen now. Is it cold like that everywhere this morning?
Not everywhere, but a lot of places.
It's kind of hard to talk when it's that cold outside.
You got it. This weather segment is sponsored by Drixoral, the 12-hour prescription-strength cold medicine. Drixoral. Let's talk about it. These are some of the delays you're going to run into around the country. You can see a little fog activity around Little Rock. Watch out for that. That'll be burning off in the next couple hours, a little denser than the fog you're seeing down in the Tampa area. That fog will be just for an hour or so from the time I'm speaking to you now until it burns off. East Coast, not too bad. Out to the west, you can see rain, windy conditions through the Phoenix, Tucson area, and also rain up across right around that Seattle area. Around the country, take a peek. They had a lot of rain in the Southern California area yesterday. They're drying out, some drying out going on. That storm has moved slowly towards the east, bringing lots of snow to the Central Rockies, about a foot of snow to the Central Rockies and the nearby mountain ranges. A little bit further to the east, it'll be clicking over to rain later on in the day, and Texas will see rain later in the day. Also, storm number 2 coming in up across the northwest with rain along the coastline and snow up into the mountains. Chilly but dry down through the southeast, sunny and cold as you can see on the map up across the northern plains, and a little bit colder up across Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine area up there, New England area. Not too bad. Harry?
It would be the northeast part of the country.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Mark. It's 24 minutes before the hour. Next on CBS This Morning, Bill Clinton faces the agony of cabinets building.
I had an awful cold. He said Drixoral.
For 10 years, pharmacists have recommended one cold medicine the most.
I could barely breathe. He said Drixoral.
12-hour-long prescription-strong Drixoral.
I don't know what to take.
Take it from your pharmacist. Take Drixoral.
Kmart has a good price on this phone I want for Christmas.
The AT&T 705 with 12-number memory.
And it has buttons for emergency numbers, too.
Police, fire, and pizza delivery.
I wish somebody would give me a Polaroid instant camera for Christmas.
Why don't you tell Robbie to get you this one step?
Yeah, this one step would be 10 steps better than what he gave me last year.
What was that?
Nothing.
I think I'm going to give the money I save shopping here to the needy.
Thanks, Mom.
I didn't say greedy.
Hi, I'm Bob Granger, here to answer one of your drugstore questions. Why are pharmacists always up on a platform? I have no idea. You see, medicine shopping